Hey, what's up guys? It's Pedro here from NoobCoder.com, and in this tutorial we're just going to be going over exactly what JavaScript is and what you need to get started developing web applications in JavaScript. But before you watch this tutorial, you should be familiar with HTML and CSS. Now you don't have to be an expert in it, but this, what you're seeing right now, which is just plain HTML, should not be foreign to you. You shouldn't be scared by looking at this. This is just a basic web page. Now, before we get into what exactly JavaScript is, we're going to talk about why JavaScript was created. So, JavaScript is a programming language that was created to essentially make web pages dynamic. Up until the creation of JavaScript, you really had no way of changing a web page, so it's completely static. So for example, I have this h1 tag, and I have the contents intro to JavaScript NoobCoder.com. If I was to run this into the browser, you will see it will execute as expected, just a plain h1 tag. But the problem lies, what happens if I want to change this? Well, I can't. I really can't do that with HTML and CSS. So here comes JavaScript to make it more dynamic. So if I head over to my editor, and right before the ending closing body tag, I can insert a script tag. And now within this script tag, I could put my JavaScript code. So let's say I wanted to change this h1 tag. I'm going to give it an attribute ID. I'm just going to say tutorial, right? Now I'm going to grab that h1 tag by creating a variable tutorial. And I'm going to say document.getElementById. Now, I understand that this is a beginner's tutorial, so don't freak out. In the upcoming tutorials, we're going to go over step by step what all of this means. I just want to demonstrate to you guys that you could change this element tag. So I'm just going to say tutorial. So I have that now. And now I could call a function called setTimeout. Pass in a callback. And basically what setTimeout does is it takes a function. This function is going to be executed after 3 seconds. So that's all that means. And I'm just going to say tutorial.inner HTML, and I'm going to assign it by and say text has been changed. So basically this code right here, this JavaScript code, is going to change whatever's inside this HTML tag to text has been changed within 3 seconds. So now open up my browser, hit refresh, and within 3 seconds we're going to change. Text has been changed. So that's basically my intro to JavaScript. You are going to need a text editor. The editor you use for HTML or CSS is good. You could use Microsoft Visual Studio Code like I'm using. You could use Notepad++, brackets. I'll have links to editors that I think are good in the description, but if you want to follow me step by step, I'm going to be using Microsoft Visual Studio throughout these tutorials.